Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. We just hit 31.5k subscribers. Can we get to 32k by the end of the month? Please like this video down below and comment down below before we get started. But today we're going to talk about a very key state for the 2020 elections. Not a lot of people are talking about, well, not a lot of people in the mainstream media. Personally, the mainstream media is so focused on Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. Personally, I do not believe that these three states are going to flip in 2020. Really, no matter what happens, I'm not going to entertain this current event nonsense that's been happening that I'm not supposedly allowed to mention for monetization purposes. But just to let you know, probably by the end of the day, it's a balancing scale. It's going to hurt in some ways, it's going to help in some other ways. So at the end of the day, I'm going to continue my predictions as usual. Not a lot has changed. However, I will mention the state of Arizona because the state of Arizona is very, very key. Donald Trump won the state of Arizona. He beat Hillary Clinton by 3.5 percentage points. It was much narrower than 2012. It was much narrower than what it was in 2008. However, in the midterms, as you can see here, different things had happened, definitely. In the Senate election, Kyrsten Sinema beat Martha McSally. However, Kyrsten Sinema was running as a moderate candidate. You could even argue she was running to the right of Martha McSally and actually won the Senate election in the state of Arizona. On the other hand, you had Governor Doug Ducey run against David Garcia, who was a Bernie bro, and Doug Ducey in this D+9 electorate fully trounced Garcia, and down ballot in House seats, some of the statewide offices had flipped to the Democrats as well, proving that this state is potentially trending in the Democrat column. However, Arizona was never really a blood red state unless you look back at the 80s. Definitely 1996, it went for Bill Clinton. 2000, it barely went for Bush. 2004 and 2008, it actually trended red, partially because McCain was from there. The state loves rhinos. Again, they elected Jeff Flake to the Senate. They elected John McCain to the Senate. Again, they liked Mitt Romney in 2012. However, Donald Trump didn't do so well in the state, despite doing better with Latinos than Hillary Clinton. Now, we must ask ourselves why Arizona is trending in the Democrat column. Some people are going to say immigration and demographic change. This is absolutely part of the reason why it's changed. Definitely, if you look at the electorate, definitely Martha McSally did win the white vote barely. She didn't win it by a big margin. However, she lost the Latino vote, and the Latino vote is probably 15 to 20% of the electorate in the state of Arizona. That is one reason. Another reason is the college-educated voters. They're trending away from the Republicans and the suburban vote. You have a lot of people moving to Maricopa County, moving to Tucson, not just from California, but New York as well. Those immigrants are just as big of a problem as the ones moving from Mexico and Central America for the time being. Eventually, you could see deep down into the future, Arizona will have to probably be a deep blue state if you don't do something to stop immigration. However, not just immigration, but indoctrination is also what's causing the state to move at a sharpward left turn for the moment. Now we must look ahead to 2020 and see what's happening there. Definitely, we could look at the primary results. Joe Biden defeated Bernie Sanders. However, Bernie Sanders did very well with the Latino voters. He performed much better here in terms of a margin-wise than he did in other states like Illinois, states in the South. So definitely Latino voters, and you could talk about immigration. That's definitely going to help Bernie Sanders in the meantime. However, there is conflicting data about this because I posted on my Twitter. By the way, guys, make sure you follow me on Twitter at RedEaglePatriot. Link is in description. I posted this map on my Twitter account of the Arizona Democrat turnout difference map from 2016 to 2020. So this is talking about the meantime. This is not talking about the grand scheme of things. And basically, you see where was the turnout different? Well, apparently, turnout was up big in Maricopa County, and turnout was up big in Pima County, those two big counties. However, in the exurban area of Prescott and in many of the poorer Latino and Native American majority counties, the Democrat turnout was down in 2020, was actually down. And you've seen this across Texas, and you've seen it in parts of Florida. The Latino majority areas are not really turning out as much as they did back in 2016 for the primary, despite greater turnout up across the board. Yes, turnout in 2020 was up greater than it was in 2016. So if you're looking at this map and you're saying, hey, wait a minute, yes, demographic changes happening. However, Latino turnout is kind of plummeting this year. If this continues and happens in the general, Donald Trump will probably be able to win this election. You see a lot of Latinos maybe disillusioned with the Democrat Party as a whole. Many of the people that voted for Hillary Clinton are the ones dropping off as well. So I don't know what's going to happen with them. Definitely, if you look at the polls where they show the Second Amendment, a lot of the Latino, I'd say 60% of Latinos are going to vote Democrat no matter what. Could Trump improve 2 to 3 percentage points with them? Absolutely, but values matter, and you have a lack of assimilation and things like that happening. But it's good to see in these rural counties the Latino turnout decrease, because if that happens for the general election, well, that's going to help Republicans when it's all said and done in 2020. We didn't have a Republican primary in Arizona. Definitely was just an only Democrat primary, so we don't really have much to compare it to. And people are going to mention, well, with all the stuff that's going on, turnout was down in some areas. Well, that might have made sense, but there still was a difference in turnout. Turnout was down in some areas, turnout was up in some other areas, so that's not a very strong argument. But we must look ahead to 2020, and we look at the polls here, and it's not looking good for Donald Trump so far. However, early polls don't mean much. I always say don't trust the polls too much. Don't put too much emphasis in the polls. Yes, even Univision has Biden up by 8. Univision polls are garbage. PPP polls are garbage. They have Biden up. A lot of these polls are garbage. A lot of these polls that are in the aggregate right now actually showed Donald Trump either tying or losing the state back in 2016. And you definitely see this here. And they put the polling data in some of these polls through States poll. I think Monmouth was the one. And it showed Biden showed Biden down by roughly 6 percentage points or so when they weighted it properly by party ID and things like that. So definitely, I still think Trump is going to win the state. I think that Donald Trump is probably going to win the state of Arizona by 2 percentage points, honestly. Definitely, you look at 2016 to 2018, there wasn't too much of a change. It still voted to the right of the country in 2018, and it is probably going to vote to the right of the country in 2020. In fact, it's probably going to go to Trump. It's probably going to go to him. Either tilt to lean, maybe 2 points in his column at a minimum, in my opinion, subject to change. We don't know the long-term effects of what's happening right now. It could benefit him big time, or it could cause him demise. But right now, we have to take the middle ground of the entire situation. We have to take the middle ground of what's happening in order to make a proper judgment. So moving forward, this is something we are going to have to watch. This is something we are going to have to see. And right now, from the looks of it, it shows that 2018 was a bad year for Republicans. This could mean it's a toss-up state moving forward. A toss-up state, maybe not in 2020, 2024, it could actually flip to the Democrats. Right now, Donald Trump, if Biden picks Kyrsten Sinema to be the VP, we could be in trouble. However, I don't see that being the case at the moment. Honestly, right now, it's probably going to stay in our column. I have more data and evidence to show why this is. Right now, I have the voter registration data I posted on my Twitter. Again, make sure you follow me at Red Eagle Patriot. Link is in description. So basically, it's going to be hard for some of you guys to see here. But in this state that Donald Trump won back, a few months back, it showed Democrats gain a net 3,000 votes in the year of 2019 in terms of registrations. They gained 3,000 registrations in the year of 2019. We don't know the current data. I might do some more analysis. I might make some other maps, so make sure you follow me on Twitter to stay posted. But if they've only registered 3,000 voters net in their column, that's not necessarily going to be enough to flip a state that, again, if you look back to 2016, Donald Trump did win this state of Arizona. He won it by roughly 80 to 90,000 votes or so. And that's not and again, Maricopa County, Donald Trump won this county by 40,000 votes. And Maricopa County, if we look at that county, that is going to be the key battleground that people are going to be focusing on. Donald Trump needs to ramp up the rallies in Maricopa County. He also should try to improve on turnout in potential areas where he could improve on, places like Yavapai County, where Prescott is. That's definitely going to be a big area for him moving forward. Yuma County is another battleground county. There's not that many people there. He should also make an effort, try to go to Tucson. It is not necessarily a Republican-friendly area, but you have potential to potentially, switch some voters' minds in that area. If you look back at 2018, if you look at Doug Ducey in the county, he almost won the county, and Trump's not going to win Arizona by 15 points. If he plays his cards right, he might win it by more than he did last time, but this is a state that is trending heavily in the Democrat column. Personally, I think he's got that resource edge this time around. I think he's going to win it, but if you look ahead to 2020, Arizona is a very key battleground state, and when you look at the Senate race there, Martha McSally's in a whole lot of trouble. She's not well liked. You have a charismatic astronaut, moderate Democrat running against her. She can win. Definitely she can, and she could win at the end of the day. But right now, this is definitely a key race to watch moving forward. She's going to be in trouble. This is definitely a toss-up to tilt the race at the moment. We can see moving forward, anything can change. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Please like this video down below, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell for notifications so you never miss another video. Follow me on social media, donate to the Patreon, and subscribe star. Remember, in times of economic distress, it is your personal duty to contribute to small businesses. That's how the economy gets stimulated to begin with. So make sure you donate to the Patreon and make sure you donate to the subscribe star, and also join the Discord and subreddit. Links for those are also in the description. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Red Eagle, out.